All right, you guys, so welcome to our next unit. We are officially starting Unit 5, and we're going to be looking at systems of equations in this unit. It actually is going to take two concepts that we've been working on. It's going to take all of this graphing of equations of lines and writing equation of lines, and also putting together your skills of solving equations. So it's really, to me, taking those two units that we've spent all this time working on and putting them into the same problem and seeing what happens. Okay. All right. So if you look here on what I have written down, okay, it says that we're going to be graphing two lines, and I put or more because in upper level classes, we graph anywhere from 3, 4, 5 different equations all on the same graph. So when I say systems, for you guys, it will only be two lines. Okay, we might throw in a line and a parabola, but we haven't gotten to those yet. So for right now, it's going to be two lines. We're going to graph them. Well, when you graph two lines, you get three pictures. That's it. Those are your only possibilities. Okay, you're not going to get anything else but a picture that crosses parallel lines, or here, I've only drawn one line, but I've actually drawn what I want you to imagine is the same line. So if I were to go over it in a different color, okay, yes, I'm saying that there are two lines here. Okay, I've got two lines, but they are in fact the same line. Okay, so let's cover that again. Okay, you will have two lines that will cross or intersect. Okay, you'll have two lines that never cross, okay, or are parallel, or you'll have two lines that are in fact the same line. And what we think about mathematicians is that these are always crossing. Okay, so anywhere I put my pin, anywhere on this line, those two lines are crossing over one another. Okay, so what does that mean for solutions? Because if you're looking at the delta math and you're thinking to yourself, all right, I'm looking at what she's got here. Okay, now look here down at the bottom. It says solution. Okay, well, what does that mean? Okay, what does that mean in terms of, okay, I draw these pictures and now I have the solution. Okay, well, where they cross, okay, so over here, if I write solution, okay, if they cross, you're going to tell me the coordinates of that point. So you're going to tell me x comma y. Okay, well, if they never cross, then that means they don't have a solution. So no solution. If they're always crossing, there's no possible way that I can write down every single point that's on these lines. So it just depends on who you're talking to, okay, and what they use as the final answer, and we'll talk about it in Delta Math. But we know it as infinitely many solutions, okay? And you might sometimes see someone use the infinity sign, okay? So rather than writing out infinitely many solutions, they'll just write infinity. And it's because we have no way of listing all the answers. Okay, so your level one, so your first set of problems are actually really like super easy. Okay, basically, can you take y equals negative x plus 3? Can you graph it? Can you take y equals 1/3 x minus 5, graph it? Can you tell me where they cross? Okay. All right. So I know here that my y-intercept is 3. So I'm going to take my cursor. I'm going to go up to 3, and I'm going to press my button. Okay. And then my slope is down 1 over 1. So down 1 over 1. Okay. I can do down 1 over 1 again, but it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to click again, and my green line shows up. All right, now I'm going to draw the second line. So it crosses the y-axis at -5. So I go down to -5, click on it, and my slope is up 1 over 3. Okay, and I'm going to click it. All right, so now I can't do any more clicking. Okay, if you mess up, you just click on the line, or it says click a line to delete it. So I would just go right here where I get a point. I just click on it. Okay, and you can see that it's gone. Okay, so let me redraw it. So I'm going to click and then down 1 over 1. Okay, so you have to have that step in there. And if you get this part wrong, even if you were to somehow accidentally get the point right, delta math is not going to count it correctly. All right, we need to name this point. And I know this red cursor is coming up here, but it's because I'm done drawing. So I go over 6 and down 3. So my point is 6, -3. So parentheses, 6, comma, and then -3, close my parentheses. So you're going to draw the lines, and then you're going to tell me where they cross. Submit my answer. Yes. And there we go. Okay. All right. So it's the intersections of the lines, and then they're just showing us our comparison. All right. Let's try another one. Okay. It says solve the following systems of equations graphically on the set of axes below. All right. So y equals x plus 2. So that starts at 2. And then my slope is up 1 over 1. So there's my first line. My second line crosses at -4. And my slope, okay, I can go up 1, left 2, or I can go down 1, right 2. Doesn't matter. All right, and then they cross at -4 because I go left 4 and then I go down 2. So parentheses, -4, comma, -2. All right, submit my answer. Yes, and I get my green check. Okay, so that is how you're going to do the first set in your Delta Math assignment that will be posted tomorrow. Okay, all right, I'll come back with video number 2 and we'll talk about the second set of problems.